biggest challenges are balancing supply against demand. The Manic Monday, when patients have been waiting for us since Friday evening to open up again, they want to see their own GP. That's the time when we need most people on the phones. We need to be dealing with the queues that come in at 8 o'clock on Monday morning.
One of the challenges that we have with the telephone system is trying to find a system that both pleases patients as well as staff and the practice, and one that works for all really.
We're currently using NEC's SV9100. Prior to us bringing the NEC technology into the practice, we had a very outdated phone system. It's a great step forward from where we were previously. Since we've moved to this new system, costs have been minimalised from a patient point of view, and patients know exactly where they are. We previously had no call recording, no queuing, and telephones were the greatest source of patient complaint. We've identified from the data that the system has given us what our peak periods are. Before we had a subjective view, whereas now we know what the call patterns are throughout the week and we can staff up accordingly. More than that, MyCalls is a very useful management tool which allows us to identify how many calls are waiting in the back office. So our operations manager, for example, can see at a glance how the reception team are faring, and if there's a problem, others can step in and start answering the phones.
The NEC system shares the telephone calls around the receptionist, and it will give a couple of rings to the person who's answered the least calls before it will move on to the next person, so that they all get a fair share at answering the phone calls and it's not just down to one person.
Auto-attendant means that patients can identify the department they want to speak to and thereby avoid the long queues.
We have different options so that patients can choose whether they want to speak to reception team or secretarial team, which takes the load off of reception themselves, so calls can go straight through to the department that they actually need to speak to.
It's a brilliant way of managing the calls, yeah, because we can all help each other out and look at the MyCalls board. It will tell us exactly what we've got to get through.
The other thing that the system provides for us is call recording, which has proved invaluable. It enables us to deal with complaints in an objective fashion. This in turn empowers the member of staff to have professional conversations, knowing that they have a safety net in the background. The move to SIP has achieved significant savings. In terms of line rental and call charges, we've gone from £400 a month to £170 a month, a saving of well over 50%. In fact, that saving has been so significant that it's covered the cost of the switch to the SIP technology.